Alf, you're not going to believe it, but we've got a new cheesy insert that is out and a new upcoming football card product that we're going to talk about. Also, we're going to compare grading stats going back from 2021 up until the recent Gemrate data 2024 December. Stick around. What's going on, sports card hobby family? Another day, another sports card video. Hopefully you are doing all amazingly well. Before I get started, huge thanks to today's video sponsor, Pristine Auction. Monthly auctions, weekly auctions, hourly auctions, 10-minute auctions, all sorts of cool stuff, whether it be sports cards, sports memorabilia, non-sports, pop culture. Definitely check out Pristine Auction. I've got a link down below and a promo code, SportsCardDad, will get you $10 off your first auction victory. So make sure to check out Pristine today. All right, so I saw this on the internet, on the interwebs, that Clearly Donruss, a football card set that's coming out at the end of January is when it's estimated to come out. And of course, there are downtowns in this product. And let me first just say this. This is going to be somewhat of a hot take. I think that the Downtown and the Kaboom cards are the most overrated cards in the whole hobby. I know I'm not the only one that thinks that, but I know there's also a lot of people that really like these. They are the flip cards of the moment, of the month, of the year. They are all over the place, and the Kapow cards, the Kaboom cards make me think of like the old Batman show with, where they're like, pow. All the goofiness from that show. I don't know, it just does absolutely nothing for me. It's kind of similar to the new Prism manga cards. These like comic book cards, the Marvel cards that they're doing, kind of like the football Marvels version. Guys, it just looks stupid. I can't get past it. The Downtown cards are cheesy, but now we've got another one. It's not just Downtown, we've got Uptown cards. Uptown cards, that's right. I'm sure next year it'll be like Lower East Side cards or Midtown cards. It's not good. It's just not good. And I'm sure this will be like the next new thing. I'll see it on the vlogs, on all the card vlogs leading up to the National. Oh, I've got a Justin Jefferson Uptown card, or I've got a Jared Goff Uptown card. It's a PSA 10 for 7 Gs. It's a deal. It's like, man, I don't know. Not a fan of the Uptown, not a fan of the Downtowns, not a fan of next year's Lower East Side inserts that they're going to release also. All right, let's talk about grading data. Gemrate came out with the December 2024 grading data. Nothing really pops off. It actually looks very similar to last year. I will say, if we look back in time, I took some screenshots off the Gemrate IG account, just going back in time a little bit to compare the December 2024 stats, going all the way back year by year to December of 2021. And as you probably guessed, Beckett is the only company over the last 3 years that has regressed. All the other companies have made headwinds in their own way. CGC has carved out a nice little niche market share in the TCG market. They still haven't really gotten over the hump for sports cards. It never really has caught on as of yet. But the TCG side, they have done very, very well, especially for a new grading company. They had kind of the nice benefit of that company already being well known in comic books, CGC grading comic books, and in coins and so forth. That company is not a brand new company. So it's not some brand new grading company. It's just a company that decided to get into this particular space into trading cards the same way that PSA is getting into comic books as we head into 2025. So CGC has done a nice job. SGC, who of course was bought by Collectors Universe, Collectors Inc., and they have done approximately double the cards going back from December of 2021. Almost double, almost twice as many cards they are grading now going back in time from 3 years. They're the company that's really kind of gone up quite a bit, although second place, of course, to the behemoth that is PSA. I wanted to look back because I was curious. I was like, I wonder how many cards PSA graded going back to the end of 2021. So if you look back, the last 2 years, very similar. Even 2022, similar type story. But 2021, they had just reopened regular service at the end of 2021. So a lot of these cards that they were grading were backlog cards. A lot of the backlog that they were still trying to get through. And they had 777,000 cards estimated in December of 2021. So if you look at PSA, they're up maybe 75, 80% in terms of their volume grading every month going back that 3 years. They've pretty much almost doubled their capacity to be able to grade cards, and the demand has been there ever since Nat Turner and the team took over, and they had 15 million cards in the backlog, giant like warehouse that they had to figure out how to get through. They've improved their processes, they've hired, they've done kind of all these things, they've invested into infrastructure and more tech and all that stuff, and they really stand alone there at number one. But it just shows you how far they've come in a pretty short period of time, really. 3 years, new slabs, new services, new tech, more capacity, which of course is going to be the most important thing to meet the demand that has been there over the last 3 years. Will grading demand continue into 2025? I do think that it will. I don't see any sort of slowdown. There's not any real proof yet, anyway, that shows that grading is slowing down heading into 2025. And PSA also has the benefit of about half of their business now is TCG, which is red hot, most of it being Pokemon cards. So they're not solely reliant on sports cards to hit their numbers. They've got a ton of TCG, whether that's Magic the Gathering or Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh!, but most of it is Pokemon. A lot of people opening up those packs, sending them off, trying to get PSA 10s the same way that people are doing this on the sports card side. So interesting times. I thought that'd be fun to kind of just take a look at some of the data over time and how these companies have progressed. They've all progressed except for one, our friends over there at Beckett. We will see. Will the infusion of cash, the $250 million, will that be something that gets Beckett kind of over the hump and back into the game a little bit? Or is it just setting up for an eventual sale to somebody else? And what will happen if it is sold over the next year, 2 years, 5 years, whatever it is? Grading continues to be a fun talking point among hobbyist friends. Have an amazing day ahead. Stay healthy, stay awesome, and I'll talk to you again later.